Use dual computer monitors. At first glance, looking at those who use dual computer monitors might make one shudder at the thought of how complicated it would be using two screens at once and trying to be productive about it. But in truth, it is almost no different from minimizing a certain window so you can maximize another one and take a look. The only difference is that with dual computer monitors you are able to see them both at your own leisure. In fact, in certain situations, having two monitors helps boost the productivity of any worker tremendously, especially if it happens to be someone who is working on a document as well as looking at other pages for references. Just imagine no more constantly minimizing and maximizing windows. You will be able to look at everything you need to see and get back to work in just half a second. But even with what is stated above, anyone who has not used two computer monitors to work before is likely to need more convincing. It is certainly different from using a single monitor, and this article will help provide the basics to using two computer monitors so that you can feel comfortable using them no matter what, whether at work or just relaxing at home. Once you have gotten the hang of using two monitors, you will never want to switch back to using just one ever again. So if you are interested in finding out how to make good use of two computer monitors connected to the same computer, read onto the simple series of steps laid out below. Before you begin, you need to remember that you are not going to be using both monitors equally. There is still one monitor that will be considered the primary monitor. It is here that you will do all of your work. The secondary monitor is the one you will be using concerning windows that you need open. You need to keep this in mind because trying to use both at the same time will only end up in you getting cross-eyed. The upper right side of your main monitor will be what you are going to use in order to place windows on your secondary monitor. All you will have to do is click the box located there, and you will be able to drag whatever you like from your primary monitor to your secondary monitor. Generally, the secondary monitor would have windows that do not have priority, but you still need to maximize it just in case. These would include pages that you use for reference, reminders as well as other things. Once you have dragged the windows to the secondary monitor, you can use the primary monitor to minimize or maximize windows on the second monitor at will. You can do this by double-clicking on the icon of the windows you have put in your second monitor. This will maximize them without having to drag any more windows, a very useful thing to have. Other than the tips above, you can experiment on your own to find out what kind of layout is best for you and your work. It is simply recommended to have all important programs or documents open in your primary monitor, and everything else open in the other screen.